you're thinking, darling. Like hell I don't. I can see your brain running a mile a minute behind those eyes. You're already running the numbers on how long it'll take you to get to Ferris. You're imagining what you'd do when you got there. Where you'd go looking. What kind of places Quinn would hide out in. You're doing more than just thinking about it, darling. You're planning it. Hey, look at me. Please. I know. And I'm not judging you for it. I get it. I feel it too. I'd never claim to feel it the exact same way that you do, but my first thought was to run up there and end this fucker too. His body count just keeps going up, and that's just the ones we know about. And now apparently it's gone past just hurting people. He's draining them outright. Hey, that doesn't mean you should fly out of here half-cocked and start your hunt back up. Darling, you know that's not what I'm saying. Give me a second. Please. I know you want him dead. And maybe I should have a cooler head about it. Maybe I should be telling you it's enough to just have him locked up. But if I'm honest, I want that leech dead too. But what really matters is just that he stopped. And the department can do that. They can bring him down. Now that there's actually enough heat on him to do something about it. I know how frustrating it is to think that he was able to hurt so many people without them really putting in the resources to hunt him down. Believe me. When I had to stand in front of them and explain what he did to my progeny, what he would have done given just a few minutes more, only to be told some half-assed, "We'll investigate the incident." I could have brought that whole building down with how furious I was in that moment. And I still resent those bastards for that. For not really caring until we could get enough people with enough power to make us think about it. It's fucked up. And it makes a part of me want to tell them, up yours. You wouldn't help then, so I don't need your help now. But all that does is hurt everybody. Not least of which the people Quinn might get to next. The department might be shit at allocating their resources where they need to be, but they're pointing them at him. Finally, we need to take advantage of that, not spurn it. Make them finally do their damn jobs, while we keep our own people safe. For once, you don't have to do it alone. so don't do it alone. I'm asking you to promise me something. Promise me you will let the department try to handle this. You heard David. Ansel's good people. And between him and Milo's mate, they finally got Dump really trying to track this fucker down. The best thing we can do is keep close to the people we care about and let the department try to do their job now that they finally have a damn mind to do it. You know Quinn better than any of us, which means you know what he'll try to pull if he starts getting close. So we need you here, not risking everything on a rumor. If he's trying to draw you out, that's the last thing you can afford to give him. Hey, I'm not asking for this to be one-sided, though. If you promise me you'll let them try without running off on your own, then I promise you, if he keeps at it, if he keeps hurting innocent people, and they still haven't gotten him, then you and I will hunt him down together. And we'll take that freak to task. No half measures. No holding back. We do whatever we have to bring him down. Can you promise me that? Okay. Then that's what we'll do. Come here. I know, darling. I know. I get why it feels worse now. More desperate. It's 'cause now you got things to lose again. It changes things. It changes everything. But that makes it that much more important that we figure out what we've got to do to keep our people safe. Your pack is made of tough stuff, but some of them are unempowered, and some aren't in fighting shape, especially not against a rogue vamp with a chip on his shoulder and nothing to lose. And most of my clan can take care of themselves, but Vincent's partner's still learning the ropes. And Fred and his progeny are still pretty fresh off the fang themselves. Not to mention they have their own trauma from him. I still feel it like a knife in my heart when Fred wakes up screaming in the middle of sleep, even when he's far away from me. He had one of those nightmares when we were up on vacation with your pack. and I still felt it, even there. Do you know if Quinn has progeny of his own? I didn't think so. He doesn't seem the sort. There's a lot of different attitudes towards turning people. Some do it for good reasons. Some refuse to do it outright. Some do it as a way of having power over other people. Creating your own little crew that you can invoke at will, but can't lie to you. To the wrong kind of person, it's got its appeal. But there's another kind of vamp out there that considers progeny a liability. A power-hungry sort too, but rather than wanting progeny they can order around, they don't want to risk being tied to anyone, even as the one in control. Makers have the power in the relationship, but the bond still goes both ways. I feel Frederick here, always. When you turn someone, you give them a piece of yourself, and that never goes away. I'm sure the last thing a man like Quinn wants is to be beholden to anyone else's feelings, even someone he could use as a pawn. I'd have to guess that's why he's never turned anyone. He's one that doesn't think the juice is worth the squeeze. He wouldn't give up a piece of himself, even if it meant more power, 'cause it would open him up to liability. We figure out what we gotta do to keep our people safe, and then we wait. We give the department whatever info we've got, and we keep a fire lit under their asses until they find him. We keep anybody else from getting hurt. He doesn't get to have that satisfaction. I know the thought of waiting makes your blood boil. You're a doer. You want to move. You want to fight. You want to kick and bite and claw your way through every hurdle. But sometimes, all that fighting does is get us bruised and bloody for nothing. He's out there, but he's also up here, in your head. Outside is only half the battle, and right now, that's a battle best fought by the department and all their resources and all their defenses. Not by a lone wolf. The rest of the fight is up here, inside of you. You can't just erase the thought of him. You can't just pretend he doesn't exist. That'd be the worst thing to do at a time like this. But you can't let him own your mind. If your every waking thought is of him, then he wins without having to lift a finger. It's easier said than done. Believe me, I know that. I've spent the better part of coming on 15 years now, letting the thought of what Alexis did and what she represents rule my life, to the point where I was barely even living anymore. But we can't let those people who hurt us own our time like this. That's a fight I'm not willing to lose. And I know you aren't either. So, we keep on living. Life is better with people you care for in it. Even if it does make the scary shit more scary. It means you've got something to lose. But it also means you've got something to fight for. So we'll fight in our own way for now, by keeping them safe. And if the time comes, we follow through on that promise of ours, and you and I put this fucker 6 feet down and never look back, in the name of everybody he's ever hurt.